Hello everybody, today I'm going to talk about a Nintendo 64 game called Super Mario 64. Now the game is a pretty old Nintendo 64 game. As far as I know, this was actually one of the first N64 games, and it helped popularize the 3D platformer genre. However, Super Mario 64 itself has not aged very well, and it's kind of a bland game. I mean, honestly, I have no idea how this game got so popular in the first place. But maybe that's because everybody was hyped up for the N64 or something. I don't know, because this game just isn't that good. And if you play this game later, it's probably one of those games where you realize, why did I think this was the best game ever? So why is this? Well, let me start the review, shall we? The storyline. Do I even need to say anything on this? Because it's the same Mario storyline you've seen a million times, even before this game came out. Princess Peach is baking a cake, and Mario comes to the castle, and the princess has been kidnapped, and you have to save her by doing all the missions. So, the game itself takes place in a radically different format from previous Mario games at the time. Instead of taking place in, well, you know how older Mario games used to take place in the worlds where you'd be in the overworld and you pick the stage you want to do, like in Super Mario World? In this game, you run through a 3D overworld, and this lets you experience, before you even get to a stage, everything wrong with this game. First thing, the graphics. Now, I know this is an N64 game, but due to N64 limitations such as, well, limited texture cache, you can clearly see what is going on. There is extremely blurry textures with, it looks like there's one texture stretched over everything. It looks like that basically from here. And, of course, it plays pretty badly, too. You see, with the Nintendo 64, they only put one analog stick, even though there were dual analog controllers that came out slightly before this. There's only one analog stick, and not only is it like one of the worst analog sticks ever designed, but to move the camera, you have to use the C buttons. So, you have to literally push the C button, and then it only cycles through a select few camera angles. It does not let you move the camera. You can't hold it to, like, twist the camera like you can on later games. So the camera system has aged extremely poorly, and this can make it a pain to play. As for the gameplay itself, not only that, but the controls feel a bit wonky as well. I mean, especially when you're jumping around, it just feels like something's off with the controls. As you'll jump around, you'll try to jump on stuff, and it just won't work out too well. Especially considering, like, I don't know, this game is weird when it comes to playing it, and this has got to have, these graphics, I mean, these controls are terrible, just like the graphics are. They've aged poorly equally. So, you'll take the bad camera angles and the terrible controls, and you'll have a game that's a total pain to play. So, and one more thing about this game, there's nothing really interesting about this, other than this is some old game, and old games are somehow everybody's childhood. Everybody somehow always played N64 as their childhood. But other than that, this game has no appeal whatsoever. For example, running and jumping, it's a pain in this game. And it just feels awkward to play. I mean, really. The music is pretty forgettable too. So all in all, Mario Kart 64 may as well be left in the history books, because this game just, it's aged so poorly you can't even play it very well today. I mean, don't buy this game. It's just not worth the money, and it's aged poorly, and you won't want to play it again. So, like I said, thanks for watching, subscribe for more, and let's be honest, there's a reason 3D platformers aren't common anymore. They're just not that great. It was never that great of a genre. And that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more.